All right, let's talk NFL playoffs and get you guys some of the wildest and boldest predictions on the internet with our New York Post sports columnist and probably one of the wildest and boldest men on the internet. We got Steve Serby joining us. Serby, don't act surprised. Don't act surprised. You're a legend, Serby. We come to you for these bold predictions. We've got ourselves a heck of a playoffs that we're bracing ourselves for. We're going to start with Saturday's games. We got the Rams heading to Carolina to take on the Panthers. Then Packers, Bears. We'll start Rams, Panthers. Give us a bold prediction, Serby.
Well, this one's not so bold. This is the Panthers are double-digit underdogs and deserve to be double-digit underdogs. They barely got in. They're under 500. The Rams have Matthew Stafford and Puka Nacua. The only problem I can see for the Rams is if Devontae Adams and his questionable hamstring flares up on him. But the Rams defense will be too much for Bryce Young. And, Stafford is the runner-up, in my view, for MVP of the league. A shame Brian Dable and Joe Shane couldn't lure him to New York because Brian Dable would probably still be the coach. But Stafford went back to L.A., and the Rams are a legitimate Super Bowl threat. The Panthers won't be able to do much against that aggressive Chris Shula defense with that formidable front four and front seven. So I see a 27-14 Rams win to silence that raucous crowd in Carolina.
Book it, and I think Matthew Stafford. I was one of the people that was out on Matthew Stafford last year, but that just goes to show you I'm not a very good quarterback evaluator. The man is, like you said, this is my MVP this year, and he is saying I don't know what he's drinking, but he's drinking from the fountain of youth. All right, let's go to the night
Wait a
game.
minute, hold on. Why were you out on Matthew Stafford?
He's too old. I thought he was too old. He couldn't move. I thought Brian Dable needed a mobile quarterback, but when you can get the ball out fast and you get the ball to your weapons, who needs to have legs?
Yeah, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah, without a doubt. I just thought he was a little bit too old. But in this next matchup, we got two younger quarterbacks that are going to battle it out. It's the battle of the NFC North. Packers heading to Chicago. Jordan Love versus Caleb Williams. Serby, talk to me nice.
Well, this one's a toss-up in my view. It's the rubber match. If you remember, the Bears were lucky to beat the Packers last time on that recovered onside kick and that Caleb Williams prayer that was answered in the end zone on that touchdown pass in the right corner. But I believe in this Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson magic. I think the Packers will have more pressure on them with Matt LaFleur. I think it's going to be a shootout, and it'll come down to the wire. And Cairo Santos will win the game with a walk-off field goal. It might be the best game of all the wild card games. I think that Caleb Williams will have success targeting Keyshawn Nixon, the defensive back for the Packers. He's got DJ Moore. He's got Roma Dunze. And watch out for Luther Burden, who's going to be high on my fantasy football list next year. Luther Burden can make things happen with the ball in his hands. The Bears can control the clock a little bit with Monungai from Rutgers and DeAndre Swift. I don't think the Packers will be able to do as well with Josh Jacobs running the ball. But Jordan Love could be rusty after coming back from that concussion. So I like the Bears at Soldier Field in a spine tingler. It will come down to the wire. I'm pretty certain of that.
That bold prediction is the Bears winning on a walk-off field goal because the way these NFL kickers have been this year, I have everything but confidence in a kicker outside of Lawrence Tynes. Shout out to LT.
What do you mean? They're making them from 65 yards now.
Until it comes time to win a game and put a game away. Then
yeah. You're referencing the Steelers-Ravens.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on to Sunday's game. Serby, we got the Bills versus Jags. We got Niners heading to Philly for the Eagles. Then we got Chargers versus Patriots. Obviously, it's Bills versus the pride of UMass, Liam Cohen, my former quarterback for the Minutemen. Come on, Serby. Are you going Jags on this one?
I am going. That's one of my bold predictions will be the Jags to end the Josh Allen Buffalo Bills Super Bowl dream. The Bills are just not the same team. I mean, Josh Allen does not have the weapons that he needs other than really James Cook and Shakir, because Keon Coleman has turned out to be a bust for the Bills. And the Jaguars, look, that they're home. Everbank Stadium is going to be on fire. Trevor Lawrence right now is playing better than Josh Allen. Josh Allen has been hampered a little bit by a foot injury. That's not going to help him. He's as tough as they come. He'll ignore it. He'll play through it. But the Jaguars can bring the heat. They can bring the pass rush pressure on Josh Allen. And ATN can do some damage. The Buffalo defense is not formidable at all. And Trevor Lawrence can run the ball in. He could throw to his tight end. He could throw to hopefully Brian Thomas Jr. can get on track a little bit. But Jacoby Myers has been a godsend for Trevor Lawrence, as has Liam Cohen. And it's going to be. I really feel strongly that the poor Bills, the Bills mafia that shows up in Jacksonville is going to be heartbroken, because they thought with Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson out of the way, the road to Santa Clara would go through Buffalo, but it ends in Jacksonville. And what kind of ball did Liam Cohen throw, by the way?
A beautiful one. That's why I had 11 touchdowns as a senior.
And that's why you nominate him for Coach of the Year, I would guess.
Without a doubt. This entire game, I'm screaming, let's go Liam and let's go Duval. Let's move to the second game. We got the Niners heading to the Link. Niners, Eagles. Can the 49ers knock off last year's defending champs?
I don't think they will. They can, but they've been so banged up. Kyle Shanahan, I thought, was in the running for Coach of the Year because he lost Fred Warner. He lost Nick Bosa. He lost his number one pick, Michael Williams. Brandon Ayuk didn't play all year. Brock Purdy's been in and out of the lineup. But look, it's Saquon Barkley time right now. It's Jalen Hurts time right now. The Link will be on fire, of course. It always is, for better or for worse. And these are the defending champs. They smell the money now. And, Brock Purdy has nightmares of the last time he went to Philly in the NFC Championship game, when he tore his UCL in the first quarter and the 49ers had to play with Josh Johnson. And when Purdy got back in the game in the third quarter, I believe it was, he couldn't even throw the ball. So, the 49ers obviously will have something to prove. And with Kyle Shanahan and Christian McCaffrey, they're always dangerous. But the Eagles' offensive line is a bit healthier now, and I think Saquon will have a 100-yard game and can do some damage out of the passing game, of course. Devontae Smith has been a stud all year, and maybe Hurts and A.J. Brown can have some chemistry for a change in this game. So I like the Eagles to advance.
Serby, we here in New York has been saying John Harbaugh's name so much we forgot about the other brother, Jim. Jim has his Chargers in the playoffs. They head to Foxborough to play Mike Vrabel and the Patriots. Drake May is having an MVP-like season. Can the Chargers knock off the Patriots on the road?
Well, this is my boldest prediction of the wild card round. Yes, I am picking the Chargers, even though Drake May is my MVP winner. And Robert Kraft will be shown on the TV, and probably Gronk will be there. Maybe it'll be electric at Gillette Stadium. They've been waiting for this basically since Brady and Belichick left. But I believe in Jim Harbaugh. I think he's going to have these guys ready, even without their two offensive tackles who were lost. Even after all the times Justin Herbert has been hit and battered, I think Justin Herbert has some ghosts to exercise. He hasn't won a playoff game. He threw 4 picks in his last playoff game. I think, and he's got some weapons now. He's got, as you know, Lad McConkey, Quentin Johnson, the tight end, Gadsby. Is it Gadsby?
Gadsden.
Yeah.
Gadsden,
yep. Correct. And he's got a fresh rookie running back, or Orion Hampton, who missed much of the year. So I think that they can keep Drake May off the field, and with Khalil Mack and Derwin James, I think they can pressure Drake May enough to eke out a 1-point win. I like the Chargers, and again, that's my boldest prediction because the Patriots under Mike Vrabel have shown what an elite head coach can do for a franchise. And I thought the Giants should have made a play for Vrabel a year ago, but that's over and done with. Obviously, they're looking for their next elite head coach, either Harbaugh's brother John or Kevin Stefanski. And I like the Chargers with Jim Harbaugh to find a way to win, because that's a vote for Jim Harbaugh. Even though I love Vrabel as a coach, I think Harbaugh is going to find a way to scream in that locker room, who has it better than us? Nobody.
I love it. Well, the next Giants head coach could be playing in the Monday Night Football game as well, Serby. You got the Texans with offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak, and then you got the Steelers. Everyone's wondering if Mike Tomlin is one and done in the playoffs. Could he be released? Texans, Steelers, Monday Night Football. Who do you like?
Well, I fear for Aaron Rodgers' health in this one because D'Amico Ryans will be sending Will Anderson Jr. and Daniil Hunter after him. And this isn't the Aaron Rodgers from even 5 years ago. He's going to be collapsed in the pocket and under siege. You know, defense wins championships, and the Texans have the defense to win one. C.J. Stroud is playing better of late. He's got a connection lately with Nico Collins and even the rookie Jaden Higgins. The Steelers will have to run the ball. I'm not convinced they'll be able to run it that effectively. And like I said, I think that the terrible towels will not help Aaron Rodgers in what will likely be, of course, with Aaron Rodgers, we never know, but this may be the end for Aaron Rodgers. Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer, but he's 42. Does he want to come back? We don't know. We probably won't know for months. And I don't think Tomlin is going anywhere. I think the Steelers have so much respect. Ownership has so much respect for him. I would think that another season under Mike Tomlin that was not a losing season, and he did it with a team that very easily could have been sub 500. So I see. I wrote maybe Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin will head off in some darkness retreat somewhere together and figure it all out.
I'm just glad that the Steelers are getting DK Metcalf back. He's going to need that weapon on that outside perimeter. To make
just keep him away from the fans. keep him away from.
He'll be in Pittsburgh, so he should be all right. Serby,
that obviously that will help him, but with a fearsome pass rush, he's not going to have much time to throw the ball to DK Metcalf.
True. All right. Well, we're going to see how that one goes down. Serby, appreciate the bold predictions. We for sure are going to be checking in with you next week.
My pleasure. Thanks. I'm sure I'll be right on every single one of them.